How you doing? I'm David Sancheesi, and if you've been called a deplorable, ultra MAGA, a racist, a misogynist, a homophobe, a xenophobe, a white supremacist, a supporter of white supremacy, a Nazi, a fascist, and Uncle Tom, a terrorist, or a threat to democracy, you are in the right place, and I have some information for you. We've come to a place in America where you're going to have to decide, how do you want to live? Do you want to live under tyranny? Do you want to live in a place where all our God-given rights are respected, where the First, Second, Fourth, Sixth Amendments are respected? Or do you want to live in a place where criminals reign free, your rights are not protected by the Constitution any longer, where if you protect yourself, you become the criminal? Or do you want to live in a place where the Constitution is respected, your rights, your property, your human right to safety, and everything else that comes with being American is respected? I believe we have reached a pinnacle in America where you have to decide what kind of country you want to live in and who you want your leaders to be and what you expect from them, and whether you expect them to allow you to protect yourself or to allow criminals to run free and you become the victim. I don't know if you saw these two clips I'm about to show you, but it shows you where the country is going and where we're all going to have to make a rational decision soon on where we want to be, and we're probably all going to have to move to those areas and decide if that's for us, or we can gain respect as a nation again and become people where we believe law and order reigns, and the people that we put in power have to respect the fact that we want law and order. So I want to show you the direction two states are going. One is Illinois, where they're about to unleash the purge on the citizens of that state. And the other is Florida, where they just had a hurricane and the governor is on TV telling you, if you're a criminal, expect the unexpected from the people of Florida, because they have the Second Amendment right to protect themselves. So I just want to see these two clips of these two different entities and how states are going in vastly different directions, and where we the people are going to have to decide what kind of place we want to live. First, and probably some of you have seen this, first is a mayor of Illinois, and he's going to talk about what he sees as a purge going on in his state and how lawlessness is about to reign supreme in 2023. Check this out.
As of January 1st, 2023, the following things will go into effect, and people need to be aware of this. It abolishes cash bail for almost every offense. This includes, but isn't limited to, kidnapping, armed robbery, second-degree murder, drug-induced homicide, aggravated DUI, threatening a public official, and aggravated fleeing and eluding. Offenders released on electronic monitoring have to be in violation for 48 hours before law enforcement can act. They could almost drive to Alaska before we can even look for them. It denies victims their constitutional rights. And keep this in mind, businesses and homeowners, officers will no longer be able to remove trespassers from your residence or your businesses.
Did you catch that? Officers cannot remove someone from your home or business. In other words, you come home, someone's in your house, you can't call 911 because the police can't do anything. This is what these politicians are passing. Finishing the rest of this.
Someone could decide to live in your shed, and all we can do is give them a ticket. You have to decide what level of force is required to remove them.
You have to decide the kind of force to remove them. And remember what these liberal DAs do, the Soros-appointed district attorneys. They go after you. They will not prosecute these criminals. I've seen it over and over. I live in New York, and the criminals are getting away with murder. People who protect themselves are being arrested. This is what's going to happen in your town if you don't see what's happening and you don't vote against this. Trust me, you do not want to live like this. These people on the left, these DAs that are Soros appointed, they have an agenda where it is to dissolve you of every human right and every constitutional right that you have as a free American. Now I want to show you a video of where I think most Americans want to live in. And this is where you have to show the normies. You have to show them the vast difference of what's happening in different Americas. I believe most people want to be able to protect things that they've worked for, and not just the things that we work hard for, because we do have a right to protect those things, but we want to be able to protect ourselves and our families from violent criminals. And when you live in these places, these cities now, like Chicago, like New York, like LA, where these DAs have completely allowed lawlessness, you don't want to be the victim of what they're producing. You want to be able to protect your wives, your daughters, your young sons. That's always been a fundamental right of Americans. That is the purpose of having the Second Amendment. That is the purpose of freedom, is to be able to protect yourself and your family from a tyrannical government, from tyrants within the community, dangerous people within our communities. But these people want to strip you of all power and all values that you have. So listen to this. This is what it's like living in a place like Florida, place on the right where just common sense has taken over. Listen to what Governor DeSantis, how he decides he wants to run his state. And this is where I think most of you want to be.
Other thing that we're concerned about, particularly in those areas that were really hard hit, is we want to make sure we're maintaining law and order. Don't even think about looting. Don't even think about taking advantage of people in this vulnerable situation. And so local law enforcement is involved in monitoring that. I told Kevin if the state needs to help as well, because you can have people bringing boats into some of these islands and trying to ransack people's homes. I can tell you, in the state of Florida, you never know what may be lurking behind somebody's home. And I would not want to chance that if I were you, given that we're a Second Amendment state.
You see the difference? In one place, which is Illinois and many other leftist cities, you can't even have someone removed from your residence or your business. You see videos, people just walking into stores and taking everything. People taking over stores and just destroying them. People going into your home, and again, the police can't even do anything. And here you have a place where the governor is saying, if you go into someone's home, Lord help you. Not the person whose home you enter. Lord help you, the criminal. And this is where I believe most Americans want to be. I believe most of us want to be able to be protected and to be able to protect ourselves and the things that we work for. And this is the message you have to get out. You have to show the normies, the people who don't understand what's happening in this country. Show them the vastly different directions that our country is going, and say, what kind of country do you want to live in? What kind of city do you want to live in? What kind of state do you want to live in? And I think when people see the differences, we can win this fight, but you have to get out and vote. I know they're the naysayers that saying, oh, they're going to cheat. Well, just to keep it on the positive side, Italy is probably the hub of cheating for elections. Yet look what happened there. Someone they did not want to win won. Someone that they're now calling every name in the book, a fascist, far-right extremist, all that stuff, when all she really cares about is God, country, and freedom. And this is the message you have to get out to them. Do you want to live in a place like Illinois, or do you want to have a place like Florida where you have your God-given rights, where you can protect yourself and your family, or you want to worry about people getting released for murder, people getting released for kidnapping, robbery, and then you run into them? Anyway, thanks for watching. Please spread this message. Let people know there are alternatives. We have to take the right steps to fight for our country, to fight for what we believe is right. And this is how you do it. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you soon.